Where the fuck do you think we went?
Somewhere else.
Like, make it the fuck make sense. Follow, y'all want to play Blue's Clues so bad, but y'all want to be lost. Y'all got the map right in front of y'all, and instead of looking at the map, it's like, oh, let's just keep going by the exit. Let's not follow the instructions and still wonder why we lost. That's why I call people slow. Y'all want to be slow.
Okay, well, since there was another group chat, was anything from that group chat exposed? Not the don't use this group chat, but the
No, I never put member. Okay, let's go back, right? Remember,
go back.
I was supposed to go live. I was supposed to have a mandate. We had a flyer and everything. Mama C reposted it. I was supposed to have an interview with Petty Rowe. Like, there was a lot of things that were in place that was supposed to happen. But once I figured out that it didn't matter about proving that we wasn't PD3Os, y'all just wanted to go at Bella. So what Bella is saying, it's not all false. It's not. What she's saying is it was a Bella hate train. Once they knew that Bella's group chat had this, that's what it was. That's what it went to. So they were already driving the car in the wrong direction. So I wasn't gonna keep going on fucking keys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, y'all want to go in that direction. Y'all not going in the direction of a man disrespecting women and this woman having patterns of, you get friends with people, right? You become friends with people, and then people are saying, I don't want a relationship with you and your boyfriend. I just want a relationship with you. I don't want when my husband is around and stuff, he don't get into women's stuff. Like, if it's my friends, it's my friends. You don't need a man. We couldn't talk to Morgan without that nigga being on three-way. He wouldn't even be in the same room as her. And we would have to talk with him on the phone. Unless I was getting off of work. When I got off of work, we would be able to talk if he was gone. That's the creepy shit that me and Mama C, well, I don't know Mama C's angle. Mama C was like, this nigga disrespecting me or whatever. But I was trying to see the manipulation of it all. You know what I mean? You can't do certain things because this man feels like, as to why the argument between me, him, and Frankie happened. You want us to have a conversation because you want to. You control your woman. That's the person you lay down with. You don't lay down with us. So if two women, me and Frankie, we're talking to you and we're saying we don't want to have a conversation with Bella and Morgan. We don't want to have a meeting. We don't want to do that. It's not our business. Let the women handle it. Let them handle it. And you start cussing us out. That's weird behavior. You see a lot. Nobody's been paying attention. Morgan comes on the panel. Keys never did that. Keys was never da-da-da-da. She'll say he never did something. Then someone comes out with proof that he did. And then it's like, well, get over it, girl. That's my man. And, he's working on himself. And, da-da-da-da. Then he'll bring up, well, I've been in prison and da-da-da-da. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't give a fuck about your excuses. You're doing it. We can't have a relationship with you without having a relationship with him. We don't want a relationship with him. I think that that's weird. Every conversation we have with you, he has to be a part of. That's the conversation I had with his mama, right?
Yes,
because I have the recording of me and his mom. And it's really interesting now that I listen back or whatever. His mom was even saying it's really hard to even ever have a conversation. She chooses to have him be right there. So it was a lot of stuff else going on, right? It was a lot of things going on. It was never to out even Morgan, even though that was her man, right? It was never to out Morgan, but you participate in it. You participate with this man. Okay. So it's just, it's you know what it is. You can play back this stuff or whatever. It's that's what it is. It's funny.
Okay, so, all right, because we're watching the lives. We're halfway through Mama C's live. And so, okay, because I'm really trying to piece things up together too. So, because I was just like, I just want to let you get your words out without interruption. And so, that's basically everything.
Wait, you say that one more time. Sorry, somebody was talking to me.
Okay, because I was allowing you to come over here and get everything out without interruption. So I was saying, there's anything else more that you would like to say? Because I asked you about we basically know about the first group chat. And we know that the Mad Day originally was not about the video. It was about the disrespect of Keys and his controlling and how he was acting in the group chat. So, and then you had said something about the one group chat and then the other group chat. And so I had asked you what was in that group chat. And so you were elaborating on that. But so when did y'all stop using the first group chat? What event happened where y'all just be like, fuck it, we're not gonna use it?
Hold on. I have the dates in there, but I would have to go look back at the dates. It wasn't the whole group chat itself was not a long group chat. It wasn't like we were mods for like 6. I think it was not even a month. I to really be honest with you, I don't think it was a month. It happened really fast. This group chat wasn't a long group chat, right? Because I just had became Bella's mod. And when I'm your mod, okay, cool. I thought it was like fun being your mod, doing all that stuff. But when it becomes like a job, like it's one thing you're getting advice, but then we were noticing Bella would be in the group chat telling us one thing, and then in another group chat they're having a whole different discussion. And I'm like, the two pictures, if I'm in one group chat, right, and I'm in another group chat with completely different people, mind you, completely different people, and the narrative is being painted another way that I know in this group chat is not being painted, you have to put the pieces together. You have to really be like, hold the fuck up. What are you doing? So there is things in the other group chat. There's a lot of things. There's things in all the group chats, right? But it's the manipulation of people want to know, well, what was being said? It don't matter what was being said. It matters what was being done. What was being done?
To ask that. What was being done in the other group chats?
What was being done in the other group chat was people swinging for Bella, and once they swing for her, she then doubles back. Same thing that happened in the first group chat happened in the other group chat. She was doing the same thing because you manipulating people, telling them your side or whatever. They're speaking for you, thinking that they have the whole story, not knowing you plotting and scheming and doing other things.
Okay, so how many group chats total were there? We know about the don't use this group chat, and then the group chat that you are mentioning, but you said there were other group chats.
There was the IG. When I say there was a group chat, don't use. We had to create another one. Then there was the IG group chat.
Don't use.
But you gotta remember though. Write this down.
Yes, ma'am.
Frankie and Keys had a relationship. Frankie and Keys used to be on the phone, even like you know how you can look back and see like who's in the call and who's not in the call.
Yes, ma'am.
Frankie and Keys used to be in like talking. They were like bros. Like they really was. Like they was like bros. It was even. I'm gonna give you this because it was even one time, right? I was coming down from work. I worked nights at this particular time. I was coming down from the mountain. And I wasn't getting service. Like I know a lot of people are like, how are you not getting this? I don't know where I live by mountains. I don't get service like that, like where I was living at. I didn't get service like that. Mm-hmm. So I'm coming down from work and we see that Keys and Frankie is having a conversation, right? In the group chat. We go in, Keys is talking so goddamn much that he's not realizing me and his girlfriend went inside the group chat, right? So we go inside the group chat and he's talking about fucking Rose.
Oh.
And that's why I was like, Rose, that's why I never wanted to get into it with Rose, because Rose was going so hard from him. But literally argument happened because Morgan thought Keys was fucking Rose. Because we went into the thing and he said something about Rose, and then Frankie was like, they're in here. And she got mad. He left the group chat. Why the group chat says don't use or whatever. When I tell you they were fighting, when you keep jumping in and out of group chats because you mad and you want to be add me back in, it fucked it up. And then we were already like, it kept fucking it up. So we were like, stop doing that. So when it finally fucked it up to where we couldn't use it no more, that's when the explosion happened with me and Frankie and the argument happened or whatever, right? and we couldn't use it anymore. So it was like, it happened like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it sounds like, oh, now the group chat was messing up. They was doing some weird shit. Weird shit. I've never seen somebody have a group chat leave, be like, oh, I'm leaving, I'm getting mad, y'all not listening to me, and da 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 da, and then be like, bring me back in the group chat.
So who was the one that was getting mad, leaving, and then coming back saying, put me back in the group chat?
Both Morgan and Keys. Both
Okay.
Morgan and Keys, when they would get into a fight, when the couple would fight, right? They would bring it inside the group chat. Mind you, this group chat was for TikTok. That's it. It was for TikTok. We were mods on TikTok.
Right.
But y'all bringing y'all personal things in a TikTok group chat, right? Then y'all jumping out, jumping in, you getting mad. We even did this, right? Because I went and I was like, when the whole snatching of the chain thing happened or whatever, she said that she's very uncomfortable. Me, Frankie, and Bella was like, okay, well, we'll just make a group chat just with us four. We'll just make a group chat with just the girls. He'll think he's in like the main group chat, but we'll make one for ourselves. So when I say there was multiple group chats because of what we were trying to do. We were trying to get away from the nigga, but still make him feel like he's still involved. Because when he got kicked out the IG one, he really got fucking mad. So when we were like, okay, cool, like we'll make one so you can feel comfortable or whatever, because he's doing weird shit, he cussing you out. We don't like really the way that he talked, because he didn't come after me and Frankie or Bella. He was very respectful to us. Very respectful to us. But he used to be disrespectful to her. But I can't tell you how to be towards your man. You know what I mean? I can't tell you what you like. If that's your man that you like, okay, cool. But when it starts spilling into other people, that's the only time we spoke up. Because now you bringing it to the group chat. Now you know, hey Al, now you doing that. You see what I'm saying? So now you're muddying the waters, and then we're just like, keep y'all relationship.
That's understandable, because if we in the group chat, baby, this is a group chat. This is not marriage counseling.
Yeah, this is not marriage fucking counseling. This is not like what I feel like this. I'm never gonna tell her to leave. I never said, oh, you should leave him, da da da. We were just saying, how can you function by doing your platform and then Bella doing her platform and then him feeling like he don't have to control everything? Like, how can we do that? We had a conversation with her. She was like, I'm gonna talk to him. And it was like, she said she would talk to him, but then it was still like, he didn't give a damn. Keys didn't give a fuck. You understand me? Nigga didn't give a fuck about what we said, nothing or whatever. It was nothing.
Okay. All right. Child, this is a whole lot. Okay. So we have now, correct me if I'm wrong. What we have so far is the original cause of the Mad Day was not because of the video. It was because of the relationship between Keys and everybody else. So as of right now, we have the use of 3 group chats. Don't use this group chat, the quote unquote other group chat, and then the IG group chat. Frankie and Keys were always in the group chat, chatting it up like they were bestest of best friends, and they were bros. Y'all came in one day and Keys was speaking on Rose. Okay, so you spoke on that. I'm making sure that I got all of this right. All right, both Morgan and Keys kept leaving the group chat and then wanted to be brought back in, which kind of messed up everything. And so, all right. I'm just making sure I'm getting all this down, baby. If I had anything wrong, correct me. If not, continue. Hello, everyone who is coming in. We're waiting on Mad Day to get off of the... Hey, Lisa, everybody. How are y'all? As of right now, if anybody don't request, I'm not letting nobody up. So Mad Day, say it.
Yeah, it's just I don't understand, like, you broke it down very it's very clear. It's very clear. You can be a part of something, right? And it's like, okay, we're a part of that, right? But if I'm telling you, or if someone's telling you that this is their platform and they don't want to go at somebody else no more, like, oh, that's dying down. It's like, the Nitra and Kev thing. After a while, it gets tiring, right? After a while, two people going against each other, it's just like, damn, y'all, like, can y'all shut the fuck up about it?
Okay.
So that's what that was. That's what that was. And the group chats being made, it was it was so fucking much. The original group chat had another person in it, right? The original group chat. When Bella made it, I don't know why she keeps saying she didn't make these group chat, because I had to check Bella. I was like, why did you make a group chat with people that I don't know and you're giving out my phone number?
Oh. So this group chat was before the do not use group chat, or did the do not use group chat turn?
This was the first group chat ever created. Okay. When she was trying to get her mods together, when she was trying to, figure out who was going to be with who, because I didn't want, even Morgan didn't want, even Keys was like, we not about to be in a 12-person goddamn group chat. They was trying to get us to be in the IG group chat. I was in it, but I was like, I'm not being active in that. I'm not being active in the IG group chat. I'm not about to have all these group chats. Y'all on it all goddamn nights. Y'all goddamn, hey Ray, y'all over here trying to come up with plans. Y'all texting in the middle of the night. Mind you, I worked at night. So in the daytime, I'm sleep. Y'all not about to ring up my goddamn, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to sleep. So it didn't make sense to be in all these group chats. It just didn't. So I muted them, but I was still in them. The first one created.
Okay. Do you know
everything? I never threw away. When I say I never threw away anything, I have every single thing. I have everything.
Okay. So you said the original group chat had up to 12 people in it?
No, I was saying that.
Okay, you were just saying 12 as a number. Okay.
Yeah, because she had mods. Like, I don't know how many mods she had, but you're not going to put me in a group chat and then there's 12, however many. I think you have 30. You can have up to 30 mods or whatever, but you're not going to have all those mods in there. That the conversation's not going to go we're not about to do that. I was just using that as an example. Like, you're not about to do that. So she was like, well, what would make you comfortable? Right. And I was just like, I had knew of Keys and Morgan because I had did an interview with them about their relationship on my panel. Right. And then I was cool with Frankie. Frankie was always nice, and then Bella. So that's how that group chat became. And then they took that one person out of the group chat, but that one person was still in the group chat on IG. Does that make sense?
Okay, so basically the first group chat you really didn't participate in because there was somebody in there that you did not like.
It wasn't even like a participation thing. It was like everybody saying, hey, this is about to be the group chat or whatever, you know what I mean? And then That's when I hit up Bella and I was like, I don't appreciate, I think it was like a couple of days, if that. It wasn't like nothing, because I was like, that's weird. Like, ask my permission. Stop just doing things because you want to do them. Don't put me in anything that I don't want to be in. So when she said, remember, go back, Bella said, oh, when we fell out the first time. Remember Bella went up there and when we fell out the first time, she felt like she needed to teach me a lesson?
Right.
I told Bella then the lesson was, I was like, don't put me in nothing. Don't get in nothing that you don't want to get into. Don't try to play me, because don't try to put me in group chats and make something. I already gave her that motherfucking warning. I don't know the lesson she's talking about because it doesn't make sense with this scenario, but everybody wanted to run with it. And it's cool if you want to run with it. Like, everybody has their suspicious things, but I'm just going to clear that up. That's why when I went on the panel, I said, Bella, you said it was a lesson to be learned. What was the lesson? She couldn't even tell me what the lesson was.
All right. And I also have another question. It was also said about the other anonymous or other fake pages that Bella and Keys had. Were they, and those were used to harass Barb? Like, because it was like Keys had a page and Bella had a page. What were the names of those? Like, if you want to disclose, like, what were the name of those pages? Because I think a whole lot of people
say that one more time. The name of what pages? Sorry.
Bella and Keys had fake pages that y'all knew about, and those pages were used to troll Barb.
Everybody, no.
Okay.
No. Everyone had a page. Like, I had a page already before even becoming Bella's mod. I had a page.
Okay.
I had a page. I had my good old time page, and I had a page that's now Mad Day.
Okay.
Okay. Back then, it was like I didn't go in certain lives. I just didn't. I would go on my backup page, right? Back then you couldn't go in any lives to record for Bella, and Bella felt like, I'm getting blocked out. I don't have anything. And so we was like, oh, we got pages. Why not just, you know what I mean? Just vlog for that or whatever. But the thing is, to vlog, you have to be in everything, right? I don't have time for that. Morgan didn't have time for that. But she was sitting around. Hell, Frankie had a job, but Frankie made time. Frankie was riding for Bella. Frankie was going to get whatever recording Bella needed to be recorded. But we would do, like, when we were on lives or whatever, we was talking and stuff like that. Okay, cool. But we couldn't do it on an assisted basis how she needed it for court.
Okay.
It wasn't a blog page that was like, hey, Bella, I'll be the one that gets you this information. It wasn't like that back then. People didn't.
So basically, those were like shadow pages, so y'all can just go in and get what y'all need and get out.
Yeah, but they weren't. Keys created pages to troll and stir up mess.
Oh.
Our page, as to why I said, look what this page said to me about Barb, right? With the eyes. That was me. That in the blue, that was me. Because I'm saying, like, look at this page. Like, and it was a random page. It was a random page that just had been created. Added me in Tea Times Live. Mm-hmm. And that's when I sent the eyes, like, what is this? Like, what is this? And then he was like, that's me. I said, that's not funny. That's not funny that you're still trying to stir up shit with Barb. That's not funny. She already told you she don't want that smoke. She already told you that, you know what I mean? She wants to go about it a different way because the videos and all that stuff, like, she was already thinking about how it was going to go. And Bella really got scared. Bella was like, no, we're not about to do it. She didn't know how it was going to go, and she didn't want them to be on her ass. So if you already know this, then you tried to tag me. No, stop playing the game. We don't want to play the game. We said no. And he didn't like anytime we said no, anytime he came up with an idea and we were just like, okay, you could do that, fine. But that just doesn't make sense. How is that going to work? You have to think about it, right? When they talk a lot in the group chat, it was like, do this. But me, I'm like, how is that going to hit? How are you going to get your point across? And when Bella would think about it, she would always second guess herself. It wasn't about me saying, oh, don't do it. It was, how are you going to get your point across?
Point. Okay. So in them, like, what was the actual point that she was trying to get across? Well, it was just her speaking in general.
The point that she was trying to get across, that she was not a bad parent. And if you're going to talk about me being a bad parent because I had my coochie and I was flicking the bean on live and stuff, that I didn't carry myself like this and I didn't carry myself like that. Let's see how you guys carry yourself. You guys are bad parenting because you guys have Barb, you have your child on there, and then y'all sit around a person that has their child on the internet, shaking their butt and cussing out people. That was the thing. But Bella got scared. Bella said, no, because they were supposed to do it Sunday. I wasn't back Sunday. I wasn't back to have service on Sunday, right? I didn't get it back in time. She was already done with the live. And I said, well, what was y'all supposed to do? And that's how the conversation started. So you backpedaled, you were there for it. You were all down for it, which is cool. We were all down for it. Right? We were all down for it, to proving your point that you weren't a bad mom. But when she said no, Bella said no. I no longer want to do that because it's not going to hit how, you're right. It's not going to hit how you want to. And Frankie was just like, yeah, because Frankie was what was the other page Frankie was? Oh, it was like a little group of them. I can't remember. It was like a little funny group of them too. The Bone Collectors. The Bone Collectors. That was the thing that was back then or whatever. And then that came from Peach's panel. of the bone collectors, and Frankie was cool with them, and we just wanted it to stop. It just had went on for like a long time. You know what I mean? It was like exhausting. It was like the back and forth was really exhausting. And Keys did not want to let it go. He wanted it to stir back up as to why he said what he said about Barb being a drunk. And then I was like, what is this? And then he was like, it's me. And I was like, there you go again. You don't know how to stop.
Okay. So, all right, well, I'm going to take you back just a little bit. Now, remember, any question that I am asking, you are free to answer. You can say, I don't want to answer, I don't want to go there, or whatever. But what was the actual catalyst that started? What was said to Bella? So Bella was like, yeah, we finna get Barb, we finna do this, we finna do that. Because you had said something was said, like she was upset. Like, what actually started her recording Barb's child?
It wasn't the start. That wasn't them having that live. It wasn't the start. The start of it was, my live. Bella had came on my live, and Peach and Bella had like got into it or whatever earlier. I didn't know. No, yes, I did. I take that back. I did know, because Bella came to me and was like, they're not listening to me and da da da. So we ended up going live. And I was like, well, Bella, I really don't know what's going on. Da 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 da. Peach, Barb, and it was $2 too, because that's the day $2. That's why $2 was mad at me. So they all came over, and Bella was trying to tell her story, but it was my live and I couldn't hear everybody. So I ended up muting everybody and letting Bella talk, because she was the one who was coming to me saying they're not listening to me and stuff. And I wanted to know, well, what you talking about? So in that live, I think I ended up dropping $2 or muting $2. So $2 got mad. And then I wasn't listening to Peach, because Peach was like, is you gonna let me tell your story or whatever? And I was just like, not right now, because I was trying to hear Bella. And she didn't like that. And so that's how Peach didn't like it. And then Barb was just, taking up for Peach. So that's how it originally started. But for me, that's how I originally got into it. But I don't know what happened between the before. You would have to ask $2 Bella and all that. I'm like, what happened before that? All I know is that's how I came into it. Bella was telling her story, and then it was like all hell broke loose. Bella said they're against me, da 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 da, and I didn't like them because they cussed me out for no reason. I felt like Barb had no reason to cuss me out. I felt like Peach had no reason to be mad. I did not know them. Just because I know of you, like, oh, I come to your live, I don't know you like that. I knew Bella, so I wanted to hear from Bella, but they didn't like that. So that's when Bella was like, well, she added me out as a mod. She added me as a mod out the blue or whatever. And then that's when the group chat, that's how it went from there. It was that quick. It wasn't like, no, oh, let's plan, da 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 da. It happened that quick. A fallout happened on a live. It went to a different live. More fallouts happened on that live. A group chat was made saying that it was just, oh, let me just focus on my mods. Let me just focus on my platform. But it really was, we was talking shit. We was really talking shit. And then the shit got weird, because now it's a relationship is in the group chat. Now it's Frankie doubling. Frankie would say stuff and then say she didn't say it, trying to cover up for Bella and stuff. It was just a lot of weird stuff going around. And then that day that it happened, yeah, Mama C was like, oh, he disrespected me. Oh, yeah, I remember he disrespected me too. Oh, girl, tell what he did. But you got to remember, when me and Mama C went live, there was another live happening. It's like, when two lives are going back and forth and they listening to each other. Morgan Brittany was on live. Hell, she was on live with the mama. This was before. Was this before or was this after? So at some point, his mama came on live and was going after us too. At some point in there. So we was going at the mama, we was going at Morgan, and we was going on Keys. I know everybody wants to focus on it was about Keys. It was really about the both of them. But it was after the mama was going out for, I remember that too. But it was just groups that didn't like each other. That was it.
Okay.
It was groups that didn't like each other, didn't care for each other. I knew that Keys had something that he never wanted to come out, right? I knew that Keys had something that he never wanted to come out. There was talk about it, but there was never proof on it until after the Mad Day, right? I'm not the only one that had a Mad Day on that day. His baby mama had a Mad Day on Facebook. So it was a lot of moving parts that was going into play. That was after the fact, right? So why people are saying, well, why didn't you just do this and it could have fixed that and stuff? Other things came into play so quick. So quick. But when we cleared it up, we knew that it wasn't, y'all didn't want to clear up that the child wasn't being talked about sexually. That's not nothing that anybody wanted to be cleared up at all. Show me a clip where people was like, oh, show me a clip after I came with the group chat. Because remember, I'm the one that recorded it. I screen recorded it. I screen recorded it from here, from there, not to show that that was the only video. That wasn't the point of why I showed the screenshots. It was never to show that that was the only video. It was to show Barb, and I gave it to Barb. It was to show Barb that your child wasn't being sexualized. That was it. It wasn't about me feeling bad about it. It wasn't about me, taking the blame off of me. It wasn't about, now you trying to put it on everybody. No, I'm putting it on. We ain't no pedos. It was only trying to clear that part up and that part up only. But then they ran with the screenshot, right? They ran with that and then started talking about other things and stuff like that. And then it went there.
Okay, so it kind of got muddy after the screenshot came out. Then they were focusing on the video, making it about that when it really was not about
it
that.
It was never, Mad Day was never about a video he recorded about Barb's daughter. Mad Day was never about that. It was about you're trying to push a video. Like you're trying to push a video. You're being weird with this video. This woman is saying, I don't want to do this. As to why it never happened, I always ask the question, why didn't it never happen? If we got all these pages, why didn't we just put it on the page and just post it?
I was just about to ask that because I was going to go back to the text that Tea Time had said when they said when everyone else has anonymous emails, how about on an anonymous page? I was just about to ask that because if y'all had it and it was never done, like was the video just supposed to stay in the group chat or it was never supposed to leave the group chat and become public? All right, so while Mad Day is getting herself together, could y'all please go ahead and tap the screen? Hey, it's a lot of y'all in here. I'm not used to that. So whatever y'all do on other folks' platforms, go ahead and do that here. Keep this live healthy, all that good stuff. I don't demand a lot, but just make sure that y'all keep me together up here, okay? Welcome to the jungle. How y'all doing? My name is Kimberly Latisse. I do 2-part lives. We usually do like plants and arts and crafts, and then we come in here and we recap. I know, child. So get used to it. We are here with Mad Day, baby. I'm just allowing Mad Day to speak, get everything out, get her side. Y'all can do with it as y'all want. I'm not interrupting. I'm not biased. I have no judgment. I hate that saying I have no dog in the fight, but I don't have a dog in the fight, baby. I don't have a flea to bite the ass of the dog that is in a fight. I'm just allowing Mad Day to get it all out, and y'all can do with it as y'all wish. Yeah, my own commercial, baby. We gotta. So, all right, Mad Day. Well, you had said Keys had something that didn't want to come out. Do y'all know what that was?
It was the letters.
The letters. What was said in the letters?
Oh, how we wanted to flip it and reverse it on a dick. Sorry, but
not.
Hey, y'all.
Oh yes, I love my background. Thank you. Okay, so all right, and so I want to touch back on something that you had said with the Frankie and Keys and how they were. Because shout out to Frankie. I love Frankie. She's not saying anything. Shout out to Frankie. But when you were saying that they were speaking on Rose, were they in there speaking on any other creators other than because y'all basically turned this
When I tell you
the whole bash session?
Everybody gets talked about. Nobody was off limits. Everybody got talked about. If it was something that happened on TikTok, we was laughing at it and talking about it in the group chat. But the thing that happened with Rose, that the only reason I brought up the Rose thing is because that started a big fight. That was one of the fights of the going in and going out, right? That was one of the fights. Because you got caught talking to Frankie. Why are you in the group chat? Why didn't y'all just call each other? And he got mad because we overheard him. You're driving in a truck. You're not looking down that two people then came into this thing. So then that brought the relationship. That was just an example to show you how the relationship kept being brought into the group chat.
Okay. All right. So basically, the group chat was just a bunch of y'all, like my grandmama said, a bunch of hens cackling. Y'all was in there just chilling, enjoying whoever was on live. That's who got it that day. Okay. Well, baby, if there's anything else that you would like to expound upon, now will be your time.
I just think it's right now, it's like when I got shared the live, because I got shared your live or whatever, right? And so I just think it's funny that like people are saying you don't want to talk, you don't want to talk. This is why I do cartwheels though. This is why I just laugh and I just keep it moving and y'all just go, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh yeah, Ray, I remember. Ray, I do remember that. So it's like y'all want the answers but y'all want the answers that y'all want. Y'all want the answers to be that there was a group chat. A person got mad and just said, oh, you're the only one that had this video. You're the PD30 that was doing this. And I put a jacket on you and your school got called. Y'all trying to single out one person that he's the victim of all this when he was participating in all this. When Bella was participating in all this, right? Everyone was participating. But when the waters got muddy and the truth started coming out, now everybody, instead of saying they didn't do it, right? Because people are still saying, oh, I didn't do it. That's why people are telling, like Bella's wants to say, oh, you want me to say sorry again? No, you're not taking responsibility, but Keys ain't taking responsibility either. That's why Bella jumped out of the panel, because it's like, who are you to tell me to take responsibility and you're still lying and saying you didn't record a video? That's why y'all think that why Bella is talking all of a sudden. Remember, Bella don't talk. Bella don't get in panels. Why you think she talking? Because she can't prove that there was another video. So if she says it, y'all not gonna believe her anyway. But Keys is running with the, oh yeah, Bella, because you put it on the black man and this and the third. She says she was sorry for it, but then she was like, really? The sorries was when we had the conversation. I know when I had my conversations, the sorries was not for what happened. The sorries was for the lies that were being told. That's what the sorries came for. Like, I'm sorry I did this. Basically, that's why I brought up BK, right? She's saying she did something and she didn't do it, right? That's what Bella apologized for. That she didn't keep her word. When she said this to one person, she didn't say it to the next. Hold on real quick.
Okay. All right. While she is on the hold on break, y'all going, how y'all doing? Hey, y'all make sure y'all get y'all water, get you a snack. If you have to go to the bathroom, go ahead and do that. We still take care of ourselves while we be messy over here. Make sure you drink your water, stay hydrated, get you a snack, something healthy. Don't be up here just chewing on Snicker bars, okay? Thank you. So, okay. Ooh. This is good to me. Yeah. What you put in the water is all the way up to you. Or, water can be interchangeable. Water is fluid. Any type of fluid that can go into your cup, glass, even in your hand, it's all right. Baby, I need 4, 5, 6 of them. Now, Janita, that didn't tear the room up. As soon as I said Bad Day was live, we broke wide. We broke wide, baby. Yeah, baby, I need 4 bottles at this point. So, hey, everybody, how are y'all doing? It is a lot of people in here. Hey, y'all can say hi. Y'all don't have to be in the shadows. Y'all can come out and say hi. How you doing? You know, hit the follow, grab a heart me. We here every day. This is an exclusive. Hey, Kegels. Hey, what, baby? What you miss? Everything. But we've been chasing Mad Day all day, y'all. We have been chasing Mad Day all day.
I know you was chasing me. My bad. I know you was chasing
We
me.
was chasing you all day.
I only went to AJ's panel because AJ was asking all the questions, and I was like, okay, well, let me see if I can explain it to her. But it's just like if you start from the middle of the book, you're not gonna understand, right? So then if I go back and tell you, no, this is how it started, right? This is how it started. You can't be then still stuck in the middle of the book. Cause you want answers to the middle of the book. No, let's go back to the beginning. That's the only thing. Just go back to the beginning and make it make sense. If two people, right, a couple got on your panel and said that the idea of putting a video out was never about her dancing. Never. What was it about? Her getting cussed out. Wouldn't there be another video? Oh yeah, there would be another video, but hold on, Keys, because they're saying there wasn't another video. So who recorded that one? Who recorded that one?
I was just about to ask. I was about to ask who recorded what videos. Period. However many videos they were, who recorded the first one? Who recorded the second?
Frankie recorded a video as well, but I think it was of Kels because Kels or Candy or both, I believe, because I seen Candy's butt or something like that, and Frankie had a crush on Kels. Let's be honest, Frankie thought Kels was beautiful. We all thought she was beautiful. So Frankie said something slick about Kels, like not something bad, but it was like a flirtatious comment. So I know that she sent a video. It was a video of like Candy, I think it was like a screenshot, and then it was like the shaking ass video. But when they had you can only send so long of a video, right? So they didn't have I don't believe that they had Trina's part yet until after. I don't think that they had Trina's the beginning part yet.
Okay, and how was Trina brought into this at all?
I don't know. I think that some beef she was going at it with Barb. I don't know. It was some other beef that was going on.
Okay. Because I was here, they were saying there was another video of someone cussing out Trina. And I was like, God damn, y'all can't put Trina down for a second. So, okay. Because I was confused. I was like, dang, Trina was involved too. But, okay. All right. You cleared that up. So, anything else you would like to say? Baby, you got the flow. All right, well, Mad Day is getting herself together. Once again, how are y'all doing? Welcome.
I'm sorry you have to keep stopping and do your mod break. Let me do your mod break for you, baby.
Yes, I do follow back, baby.
128 people in here. Do you have a goal? Can you put a goal up?
I do. I got a little goal up there.
Yeah, do a little goal. They can send little things to keep the live healthy.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I do have a little goal up there, y'all. Or y'all can send whatever y'all feel like. Y'all can get whatever y'all feel like, whatever your heart desire. You know, I'm not a hard person to please. But yes, hey y'all, thank y'all for coming in. Now, hold on. Now, Mad Day, do you want to take any selected questions from the comments? You can select whatever question. You can select whatever question.
You can open up the box too. It doesn't need to be like just me and you or whatever. I done answered the questions over and over.
All right, because I was just gonna ask if you want to take any questions, because I don't throw nobody in a situation that they're not comfortable with. So I was gonna ask first. All right, Edwin is in the box. I'm letting him up.
You're doing a wonderful job. Thank you, Matt,
you.
for setting it straight. I watched it happen, and I was waiting for one of y'all to say what you're saying today. I appreciate you finally putting the missing pieces on the table, because everyone always runs with half-assed stories. So I appreciate you for clarifying what you're doing today, because as you say, when you put it out, what I saw was kind of a clap back, but not a get after. So anyway, Kimberly,
Yes, sir.
you're doing your big one. They go,
Well,
y'all. Come on,
I
y'all.
wouldn't call it
Supporters
a
of
big one.
her.
I just want everyone to be heard. And Mad Day has a whole lot of things to say. And, everybody was just throwing questions and questions and questions. I was just like, just let her talk. And then y'all can ask questions after she talks. Like, that's all I want. Just let her talk. And if whatever she's saying, y'all can address it after she finishes talking. Just let her get it out. And so
That's all I came to say. T-Mac, I see you in the building. Shout out to the Mod Squad. Uncle Edward being the chief campus moderator. I love all you moderators. Keep doing your big one. Congratulations on this interview, Mad. You're doing a wonderful job. Thank y'all. Do what y'all do. Comment sections unite.
thank you, Mr. Edmund. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. All right. Is there anyone else that would like to come up and ask a question? Please, let's keep it a conversation and not an argument. Please. And thank you.
They're not, see, this is what you're gonna see, right? Now that everything is on the floor, right? But like when you're in big lives, it's a lot of confusion going on, right? The comments is going, stuff like that. It's pretty chill over here. So it's it's being told, right? To come over here and ask a question, that would be make this make sense, make that make sense. That's not gonna happen that way, because they want the narrative to be told. They want it to be that we're it's the opposition and all this stuff. The opposition is literally having people point the finger and sitting on your panels all day. Y'all don't have a problem with the opposition. Y'all just want to know who it is, because y'all don't know who it is. Y'all don't have a problem with fake pages. Y'all talk to them all the time. Y'all don't care about who someone is at the fuck all. There's more, no disrespect, but there's a whole group called the Llamas. They do what they do, and they have a title to them, right? Braid King had everybody go and make diamond fucking pages, right? To make fake pages. People went to go do that to troll. So to say, y'all, I think that people think what they're doing now is all new and shit. This shit was being created back the fuck then. Recaps were just named movie nights. Messy Mail was just investigators. You know what I mean? You guys just changed the name. That's why I think, and I like I said, y'all ain't never really seen me like really go in on Bella, because I be really feeling bad for her, because she can't understand it. She really can't understand it. She be like, they do the exact same thing, but they come down on me. She thinks that they only come down on her, but everybody gets their day. Hell, mad day. It's been mad day around here. But I always told her, it's how you handle it, right? You can explain yourself, but like I just proved, you can explain yourself to you blue in the face. If you don't want to get it, you don't want to get it. You know the truth. And Bella's been known the truth, that there was another video. Bella been known the truth, that there was more to the story. So did Frankie, so did Keys, so did Morgan. But Frankie said, well, when me and Frankie had a conversation, I was like, I'm not going to put everything out. I'm not. Because when they go to lying, because now they done heard the story, they think that, oh, that's all she has. That's all she's going to say. That's all she's going to do. So now we know the narrative. So now, since we got a punk ass fucking lemonade stand and we trying to fucking be Beyonce with his old faggot ass, you know what I mean? My bad. Like, he's just
scream.
You want to come over here and be Beyonce and sell fucking lemonade and shit, bitch, please. You want to rewrite motherfucking history, bitch, please. You're not about to do that. That's why Bella got frustrated. You want another apology when, nigga, apology Even if we were, even everybody got apologies. Yes, you're absolutely 100% correct. But we're not going to re-apologize for something that now you're trying to make it, oh, apologize about this. No, because that's not what the apology was about. The apology was that Bella wasn't supposed to get in it, and Bella could have cleaned it up, right? Bella could have cleaned it up. Bella didn't clean it up for a reason. She apologized for the lies she told, not for the participation she did in it. Nobody's sorry for that. She wanted her platform to rise.
Okay.
My apology to Barb was for you thinking that we was in here talking sexual about your daughter. That's what the apology was. And I said, I never want you to feel like we was doing that or we would be about that, or anybody in the group chat was about that. That's why Barb took my apology. But she's forgetting because she's stuck on me crying or not. I wasn't crying. I wasn't crying because I wanted Barb to hear me. Because if I was crying, I would have said, girl, I was on there bawling. Because I was on the live. I cried on the live. I cried with Mama C and Nikwa.
Okay.
Was boo-hoo crying with fucking Mama C. When my address got put out there, boo-hoo crying. Mama C was on the phone with me the whole time. So if I was on the phone crying with Barb, I would just say that. There's videos of me crying. But what they do, they got stuck on the crying part. So now it ain't about, oh, he's doing this and that. Now it's on about the crying. You see, every time it gets on what the topic is, it goes to something else.
Yeah.
Every single time. Y'all want answers. And it'd be like, do y'all really want answers? Because if someone was plotting on you, if someone was saying, if you're telling someone, no, I don't want to do that, right? I'm down with some, but no, I don't want to do that. No, I'm not going to bring that to my platform, right? Wouldn't you respect that and be like, oh, she don't want to bring it on her platform. She backed down from it. She don't want no more smoke with Barb.
All right. Interesting. I'm just letting you speak. I'm just letting, that's everything from first.
But I'm really saying the same thing over again. And this is what I'm saying. This is what Bella does. If Bella would have came on the platform right now, because I know the live was being showed to her. If Bella would have came over here and us have a conversation of what it really was, and her not backpedaling and being like, okay, cool, the truth would be out. But the thing about it is, people are covering their tracks to just being like, yeah, I lied. When I told you that I stopped talking to them because they did some fuck ass shit from you, I really didn't. I still was trying to be in cahoots with them because I wanted them to still come to my panel. Okay, cool. I know that there was a second video about Trina getting cussed out by the little girl. There was a second video. Key sent the video to Frankie. Frankie sent the screenshot to me. Okay, cool.
So
what other
anybody, do they still have that video, or was that video deleted?
What do you mean? I have a screenshot.
Oh Lord, I'm talking about like the video of it, because y'all saying that like all of these videos, and I'm like, all these videos still.
It was originally a video that couldn't be sent. The file was too large.
Okay.
And I believe when I sent it to Barb, it told me the file was too large. Like, to send her the second video of, because I was trying to show proof of like this video, it didn't say nothing sexual, and this video, but I didn't have it yet because of I didn't have it yet. I knew that there was a second video, but I didn't have it yet. And I believe when I sent it, or when I tried to send it again or something like that, it said the file was too large or whatever that next day or something like that. I don't know. That part I really can't remember. I just know that the file was too large, so it got shrunk down, and then it was like a screenshot of like, oh, just show the screenshot of the proof. It was like that.
Okay. All right, because I was going to ask, like, it's probably like, this is just a nosy question, because you were saying that the file was too long. Usually that happens if it's a longer clip. Like, how long was that clip?
Well, I don't know how long the whole live was because remember I was out of town and I didn't watch, you know what I mean? I didn't know how long what happened. So the original clip, I never knew how long it was. I never paid attention to how long it was. I just knew that it was the clip of Trina getting cussed out. That was the clip. Trina getting cussed out by the little girl.
Okay. And okay. All right.
But when I was trying to send, but I think I doubled back because I remember texting Tea Time like I want to put out more because this is when I was finding out stuff. This is when after me and Frankie had got into an argument and I was like, Frankie, are you trying to play me? You know what I mean? Like, are you trying to play me? And then Diamond, right? Diamond had some messages that I knew that I didn't send to Diamond, right? I knew that I didn't send to Diamond. So I was like, how would Diamond get these text messages? Well, Keys was like, I sent him to Diamond because he was trying to clear his name. And that's when I told Frankie, I need the other video because he trying to put it like he didn't do it, but he really did. That's why I doubled down on it, right? And then I think we came back on and I said, y'all keep saying that there wasn't a video, but there was because I never exposed that video.
Okay. Because when you said that was, you got in contact with Tea Time and was wondering if you could release more. So now you are explaining what the more is. What more information were you going to give T?
So when I started going through everything and how I was handled on the live, how I was being fed things in real time, but they weren't true and people knew what was true, I started looking back on everything, like every single thing. Like, you're not doing it because you're trying to amp your platform or whatever. You really trying to make these like yes men. Like, she used to talk about yes men all the time or having discernment all the time. But I'm like, hold up. You really plotting and motherfucking scheming, and it ain't what you're telling us is really not what it is. And then you're going and telling people like Chasing Pillows. You're going and telling people like Nitra. You're doing the same thing. Oh, Nitra was the original of who Bella did this shit to. If y'all really go back, Nitra used to be Bella's mod. That's the same. Everybody fell out. It's so funny. Everybody fell out the same way with Bella because they got lied to, thinking it was one thing and it wasn't. Not saying that we didn't participate in it, right? But when you're participating in what someone's telling you you're participating in, and it's not that. Do you understand? It's not that. It's her own plan she got. Okay. It's not the plan that is being talked about. It's the plan that works best for her.
Okay.
So when I started putting it all together and stuff, and then that's when me and Frankie fell out. It's just like, damn, Frankie, like, I always say this, like, I'm not y'all friend, right? Like, you got to build a friendship with me. And they used to always be like, well, do you want to go on vacation? Do you want to do this? No, I don't, because I really don't know y'all people, right? So I'm saying y'all begging for a friendship, y'all begging for this, but doing sneaky shit and then wondering why. No, I'm not going on vacation with y'all. No, I'm not about to kick it with y'all, because make it make sense. If Chasing Pillows, and it happened, I think it started clicking in around Chasing Pillows went live about the robe situation. That's when it started clicking, because I remember me and Morgan, we talked to each other. Like, we were on the phone, and I was just like, that's really weird that she said this, but now Chasing saying another thing. And Chasing wouldn't come on Tea Time's panel. She wouldn't come on Tea Time's panel, but I understand why, because it's like, it's old, but that would have made it make a lot of sense. Like, they weren't even listening to Ray the Fixer. Ray the Fixer said she did it to me. Everybody that's saying it got done to them, nobody's listening to. So it is what it is.
Well, we are listening now. So I know Ray was in I don't know if Ray is still here, but she was saying in the chat that she had a live and that she had cleared that up. So I don't know if Ray wants to come and expound on what was said in the live, because I did not see the Ray the Fixer live. So if she would like to come up, the panel is always open to Ray if she wants to come up. If not, we were going to continue to listen to Maddie, what she got going on. Okay, so you were saying that there was more, and then you were explaining what the more was in the group chat. And then you also said that Nitra used to be a Bella's mod. When did she stop being Bella's mod?
Ask Nitra.
Okay. Because I didn't know that. Because that was just a nosy question for myself.
The court show was supposed to be what Frankie was to Bella, Nitra was supposed to be for Bella. That was supposed to be their court show. Like, Nitra's the one that bought Bella's original robe.
I did not know that.
I know I know.
I know that.
A lot of people don't know nothing. They fell out, and then I believe Bella did a whole drama thing and burnt the robe or threw away the robe, something. But Nitra bought Bella her court robe.
Oh wow! Oh, that is new to me. They said I heard that a few months ago. Oh, child, I just know bits and pieces. That's why I said we was going back and watching the lives, because I remember bits and pieces, but not like everything. So
and that's why. But you remember, right? Bits and pieces, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you was just in it by just listening. How you think I'm supposed to remember everything? And I was in it trying to, get this part and get that part and make it make sense, because there was a lot of moving parts at once. So when I'm telling you that, I'm like, oh, I have to go back because this was happening at the same time, unbeknownst to people. You know what I mean? Unbeknownst, this was happening. Oh, this came out. Unbeknownst, this was, that's how it was.
Yeah, because I was saying I didn't want to speak on anything because I know it was a lot of moving parts, because it was a huge thing. It started that night on January 3rd and it ended like literally midday July. That's a lot. So that's why we had literally gone back, because we had found all 6 lives and we literally were listening to the lives. Because matter of fact, we're going to pick up where we left off yesterday, because on the weekend we're going to start doing retro lives. So people can get refreshed on this, because like you said, it's a lot of moving parts. And of course, you don't remember everything. So why not just watch the lives?
Right.
Because asking you to hell, I can't remember what I had for snack yesterday. So asking me something that happened a year ago, bitch, I may tell you that I had hair down to my ass. I don't remember last year.
For real though, like they want you to remember it and they want you to answer it. But then when you say you don't remember, it's you lying. No, I just don't fucking remember it. Let me look back. And then when I look back, it's like, oh no, this is actually what happened. But I don't want people to listen to me. I'm the liar, right? Like I'm the liar. That has already been deemed to be. Mad Day is the liar. Mad Day is trying to cover up for what she did, when I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I'm covering up for. I had a mad day on all you motherfuckers and exposed to all of you. And myself included. People are acting like I could have doctored up the things and kept my name out of it. I participated in what I participated in. When you didn't see my name, I didn't participate. What are you going to do if I had participated in anything? I was in the group chat. Nothing's going to happen. I've always said that since day one. Hold on really quick.
All right. While she is on hold, everyone, y'all know, go ahead and tap the screen. Thank y'all so very much.
I guess I'm just going to stop talking because they don't want to see anything. I was going to give you a little snippet, but they're not tapping your screen. They're not sending you gifts. They're not doing what they normally do. And no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to give away stuff. So I guess I'll just hold on to what I'm holding on to, and it'll come out when it comes out.
Hello, my guys. How you doing, love?
One of you guys have an echo. It's you, Frank.
Okay, so let's get all of those together so Mad Day will do what Mad Day needs to do. So
it's not even about me. Don't send me any gifts. Send to your hold on. Hold on, I gotta echo.
Love it. Guys. Oh, I have it too, though.
Hey, my baby.
Hey, Kim.
How you doing today, love?
Good. How are you?
I am good. I am good, y'all.
Guys, let's get to 80K. Come on. Oh, she's cute. Look at her eyes.
Oh yeah, I'm Mad Days back. I was just if I had to load something up, I was. I got y'all turned
Oh,
away. So
my bad,
yeah.
baby. I thought I had an echo. I don't know what's going on.
I don't think it's us. Because I hear myself too.
It's probably this crazy app. I'm gonna mute. Hold on, let me cut myself off. Maybe if I mute.
Undo the Wi-Fi.
Oh baby, I'm in the middle of the mountains. If I undo this Wi-Fi,
Yeah, oh, see, me too.
this live
Me
gonna shake like
too.
stripper booty meat if I undo this.
Okay. Me too.
I am in the mountains. Real life. I'm in the middle of the desert. I'm in Arizona.
Same, Buki.
Yeah, baby, I am. You in Arizona? I didn't know that. Well, close by.
Yeah, I'm in Arizona. Hmm.
Oh, that's what's
But
up.
that's why I was saying, like, what I was doing on my anniversary, I was riding horses. I was riding a man and I was riding a horse, okay?
Oh.
So when people were saying, why wasn't you focused on the group chat? Why would I be? Why would I be? I'm obsessed with
Hey,
my husband. That's
Hello,
why Peach
Erica.
wanted to keep
Welcome.
bringing it. Hey, Erica. That's why Peach wanted to keep bringing my husband up, because I'm obsessed with him. Sure am.
Now I
are
know
you
you
on a
wanted to ask
microphone,
Erica a
Kim?
question. You can ask it now.
Oh, no. I'm not doing that. When I give stuff to people and they don't take it, we're not
Oh,
doubling
never
back.
I
mind.
couldn't take it. I was interrupted. I said, hey, you messed up my moment.
He
What
did.
happened,
He
girl?
wanted to have a moment so bad.
No, but this was for me. That's why I came.
Erica, were you
What's the
around back
question?
then?
I've been around a long time.
You have, right? So
Mm-hmm.
wasn't there a live that because this is why they keep on wanting to get on Bella. And this is not to clear mind you, I ain't got no smoke with Bella. I don't have no smoke with nobody, but since we're telling the story and then they keep on trying to get on her, I'm not trying to clear her or anything. We did what we did. Let me start with that, okay, Erica?
Mm-hmm.
So, this is what I'm saying. In a live, Keys and Morgan, and I think Classy saw it too. Keys and Morgan said that there was a video. There was always a video, right?
I recall. I think I
Okay.
recall.
So if the video that Barb got, right, the video that I showed Barb to show proof that it wasn't sexualizing your kid or anything like that, right? And that was of the girl dancing. The video that they said was that Trina was getting cussed out. Wouldn't there be another video?
It would be two, just like it was two group chats. It was two different videos because they said they couldn't believe that they let her talk like that. There was a lot that was saying about that during that time too. What about it? What you mean?
So when I'm saying when they're wanting Bella to be like, be responsible of the jacket you put on this man. How is there a jacket being put? A jacket means that something is false, that something did not happen. That this is clear that there was nothing, that he didn't record the video, so the jacket shouldn't have never been on him. Even though he was in this group chat, the jacket should have never been put on him, even though it was put on all of us, right? But they're singling out Keys, right? They're singling out Keys because they're taking away from the disrespect of what Keys did, and they're focusing on the video of what Keys did. If he recorded a video of the little girl cussing out Trina, was the little girl on screen when she cussed
Oh,
out?
okay. I see what you're saying. So if he got the
Okay.
video of the cussing out, then he definitely has the video of the dancing. Is that what you mean?
Yes, Erica. That's all
Damn, I
I've been.
didn't even
That's all I've been
correlate
saying.
that. I didn't even, because
I
that was
know
all in the
nobody
same
did. So that's
live.
why it was all in the same live. How were you gonna in accountability court, right? That's why I came to you, Erica. I was like, let me break it down. Because you were there, Erica. I know you were there, right?
I know I was in the original live when it came
Yeah.
out. When
Yeah.
yeah, the you and the Mama C live.
Uh-huh. So if he's saying that don't listen to Mad Day. Mad Day lying. I'm lying. Don't listen to me. Listen to this man's own words. Yeah, there was a video. The original video of Trina getting cussed out by the little girl. To bring that to accountability court, because don't they play back videos?
They do.
They play back recordings.
They do.
Wouldn't you need a recording to play back that video? Mind
You
you,
would.
it wasn't letting Bella in lives. Bella didn't have the Bella. They wasn't letting Bella in lives. Remember, we were recording videos for Bella. We were recording videos for Bella, for her to have for her court show. So wouldn't you need to have it for a court show?
You would if that's what you was recording for that purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see where you. I see what you're doing there. Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Okay. So don't listen to my words. Listen to what they keep on saying. They keep on telling you it was another video. But because AJ is going so hard and saying it doesn't make sense, of course he's going to run with it doesn't make sense, because I haven't showed the video, never got shown. It got blown up. Remember when I was in Tea Times Live, I said, I ain't going to give y'all a motherfucking thing. Y'all think I owe
Yeah.
y'all something? I'm not going to give y'all a motherfucking thing. Fuck it. And then Tea Time was like, see, y'all threatening her. Y'all want the answers, but y'all threatening her and shit like that, and then thinking she's gonna give you something.
Well, here's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to the live today, and I said, if everybody just stopped asking questions and let people talk, you would get so much more. Like, stop interrupting people when they're speaking and they're telling their side of the story to try to get your question out. Maybe write your question down as you hear, like a aha, whatever, however so, or take the live later on, dissect it, and have follow up questions. You get what I'm saying? Because an effective investigator is also an effective listener. But if you're not listening, it gives that you're just listening just to respond and not listen to understand. You get what I'm saying? So for me personally, if I was in, and I'm not talking about nobody who does anything differently, but me personally, I'm just going to take what you're saying. I have the ability to do a playback and I can break it down, listen, and say, hey, I have some follow up questions. Do you mind coming back to my platform? I know you spoke yesterday, and you'll attract more flies with honey. And I'm not gonna stop and do this and do that, because now if I stop and I ask that question, that's gonna then lead to another follow up question to another follow up question. Now we derailed from the original story, and we're never gonna get all of it out in the first place.
And can I say this?
So
Can I say this,
go ahead.
Erica? Can I interrupt you?
Absolutely.
So when you saying that, right? That's why in Tea Times, the live that they're saying, oh my God, the live was so weird. The live was so weird. When we're saying stay focused, we were willing to give you answers. You were getting all your answers, but then you want to go back to the opposition. The opposition's already had us on a goose chase, right? You
Hmm.
have me in the box asking questions. I give you an answer that is Frankie, but you want to go back to the opposition. That's why I told the opposition to shut up. I'm not mad that Bryce plays the game like he plays, but to clear me up that I wasn't the opposition, let me get what I'm saying out.
Yeah.
They couldn't
Yeah.
stay focused.
Yeah. So hey, and when that happens, that's what you end up getting. You get bits and pieces, and this is how narratives begin to spin, and different storylines get to coming from that. And I believe, in my opinion, and this is personally my opinion, is why we are where we are today. Because instead of us focusing on, okay, the original opposition, they focused on the deep dive of this particular story. and lost the, the train was derailed. Kim, what you doing?
But you know what?
I'm saying hi to my people.
I don't really
Oh,
blame as to why I don't really blame Bella of how Bella feels about it, right? Because the original mission was to find opposition. That was the original mission. But Bella's forgetting, if you never would have gotten on a panel and said that this situation was supposed to prove a learning lesson to you,
yep.
they wouldn't have kept on going deep dive.
Deep dive, because what was the lesson? What was the
Because what was
reason?
and I asked her that. I said, what was the lesson I was supposed to be? The difference, and I understand how Bella looks at it. Bella feels like she learned a lesson in that, right? You learned a lesson of
Well,
who
I
your
questioned
friends
her
were.
when she came over to the panel that I was on when I was talking to Frankie or whatever. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. And when I questioned her about that, because we had heard it on the live, and her response to me was, "Well, Erica, the lesson was that at that time I was losing mods, I was losing supporters, I was losing everything at that time. So she wasn't wrong, but it still didn't make no sense. It still put your response was still as victim. So now people like, okay, well, why would that be a lesson? Why would people want to leave or not be around you? You get what I'm saying? So
And but she's missing the part of it that people left from around you because of your actions. People left from around you because they didn't want to be involved. She's absolutely right. The IG group chat, people was dropping like flies. The day that all that went down of the
but
video,
we, the people, did not know that.
right,
And
right.
see, now that you say that, you get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's what, now you opening up doors that were meant to stay closed that nobody knew of. You get what I'm saying? Because I've been saying since this thing started back up was what we need is I want to see the second group chat, because where's the second? And everybody like, what second group chat? I say, see, if y'all was listening back then, this is why I have the memory that I do, because I listen. You know what I'm saying? I say it was mentioned that it was two separate group chats. They were mod chats, but the text chat was the smaller chat. Then there was a bigger chat that was on Instagram as well. And well, no, I think it was three
No, no,
three
no.
chats
There
total.
was that's why it. I get you what you're saying, right? The Instagram chat
Was
was
the
the
full
end.
big mod chat.
No, that wasn't the big mod chat. That was just other mods in that chat. There was that wasn't the big mod.
Oh, okay.
So I would say that the big mod chat was the second one that we made. Nobody paid attention to the do not use. You know what I mean? Nobody paid attention. Well,
Mm-hmm.
why y'all stop using that or whatever? Nobody put it to, well, I said it, but nobody was paying attention to when I said it, right? So it's like y'all, there's more evidence out there, but Erica, I'm like this, right? When I gave the evidence of this is what was happening, because I was like, you was planning to take, people's pages and stuff. Bella was like, no, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I showed proof. Yes, you were. That's all it was. It wasn't on no let me go to tea time thing or whatever. It's like you're saying that you're not doing the stuff that you're saying, but I have proof that you were doing it because you were doing it with us.
And
We
that's
were
that's
helping
been my
you.
whole thing. Is more so like even with the saying, oh, yesterday with the thing of, oh, it's my fault, it's my fault, it's my fault, all of this is my fault, da 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 da. I say, oh, that sarcasm so high, like, ooh, child. I say, but to me, all of this could have just ended like, listen, this is what I've done. You get what I'm saying? This is maybe the lesson that I learned from it, whatever, however. So this is the change that I made, whatever. You could have, and showing absolute accountability, like speaking from an accountability court, perspective, So it could have just been that, But the sarcasm and playing the woe is me role is not working. It's getting old. I
And
just
that's
don't get
why,
it.
and that's why I was saying if Bella wouldn't have never got up there, right? Never would have got up there and said I tried to teach her a lesson, we would not be here. That's how the focus, I feel like, from my point of view, that's why the focus got back on her, because hold up. They was on me. I was willing to take Mad Day did this, Mad Day put a jacket on it. I was doing cartwheels in the chat. I was doing car. I didn't give a fuck. I
Yeah,
still
because
don't
to
give a fuck.
me, she did a Uno reverse, and when she did it, I think that she was trying. This is my opinion, my point of view. To me, it was a Uno reverse. I'm gonna say this to try to flip it to swing it back to Mad Day. That wasn't on me. She said this is da da da, and it didn't work. Somebody came back with a draw four.
Came after the draw four, and you're saying that this happened on your live. If I did Bella wrong, right? Me. I'm the one who was like, no, I'm exposing. I'm not keeping this a secret that Bella was the one that recorded the video too. I'm not keeping that a secret, right? So if I'm the one that did you wrong, right? I'm the one that had a mad day on Bella, right? I joined the Bella quote quote hate train, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the thing. Then why would you come back and be like, this heifer taught me a damn lesson in something that you did?
Right.
How would I teach you the lesson? And I wasn't even there. I didn't record it, didn't have the video, nothing. But what I'm saying is, Bella, you know for a fact there was another video, right? Even with that, you know that there's another video and you still won't say it because you want this to go away because the smoke is on you now. That's what happened the last time. Things that be left out, right? Things that don't be making sense. And then she gets mad that it doesn't make sense. If you speak the fuck up and stop being scary, like I recorded a video and Keys recorded a video. All right, let's keep it moving.
Right.
But you wanted to be cool with Keys, right? Because you didn't want the blowout to go even more. She didn't really want it to blow the fuck up because everything would have came out. Not knowing, I already said the things to Tea Time. I already said that you was trying to plot and scheme. Because why did I do that to Tea Time? Because I'm not going to be in a group chat participating in something. Whether you feel like I was there or not, I was in it, right? I knew about it, right? I knew that they were trying to take Tea Time's spot. I knew that they were trying to get Chasing Pillows in that spot. I knew that for a fact. I'm not going to then go to Tea Time and be like, well, girl, they was just... No, I was in a group chat. This is what was talked about. They want to take your spot. They wanted Morgan to do it. Morgan couldn't do it. I couldn't do it because the fuck I work. I couldn't be on live like that. Chasing Pillows was the next one. I told Tea Time this myself. Tea Time was talked about in our group chat. I told her exactly what the fuck I said about her. Because when you have a mad day, you can't just put everything out on other people. You got to say what you did too.
Mm-hmm.
Since the beginning, ask Tea Time. Since the beginning, I already told you everything I did. Participate in it. And if you want to be mad at that happening, I wasn't close to Tea Time. I don't owe Tea Time nothing. Who was Tea Time to me?
I agree.
But
I agree.
if I'm coming to you to tell you this story or to come to your platform, it's a respect thing. Barb can tell you when I changed my name, when I was like, oh, not change it, but when I got another page, I was like, this is Mad Day. I didn't know because Barb was cool. Barb was like, I see what you're saying. Barb was very understanding. I even wrote Barb and I was like, hey, this is the page that I'm going to be on. So I wouldn't be playing in her face. I'm telling on myself. If I wanted to be an anonymous page, I could be an anonymous page and y'all wouldn't know shit. It's very easy to be a page that nobody knows about.
So let me point something out right quick. Just to make sure I understood it properly, because this is what I heard earlier today. During that time, everybody was mad at you for outing the group text, right? And during that time, they kept saying that you was mad, you was angry, you was this, you was that. And today you were asked, why did you change your name to Mad Day? And you gave that explanation and told what the snake came from and why it was, and because they called you a snake, right or wrong.
Yes.
Correct. And Good Old Time, you stated, was still active. You
To
still
been
go into
active.
lives on Good Old Time. But this page used to be a page that you would go into other lives into as well. And you wanted to go live, and Tea Time suggested that you go live on the page that you already had because you was in her box on it. And you suggested that you was changing the name to Mad Day.
No, see, I couldn't go. Tea Time was like, do you want to do it on your platform? I couldn't go live, right? So the whole thing, I was talking to Mama C, and Mama C was like, give it to Tea Time. Like, Tea Time can go live for you. She'll let you on your panel and she could talk or whatever. Me knowing, right? I know that I've talked about this lady. You know what I mean? I didn't like Diamond at the time. Diamond, I didn't care for Diamond. So everybody wanted it to be on Diamond's Live. Like, go talk about it. Go have an interview on Diamond's Live, blah, 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 whatever. And it was just whose live the questions were going to be asked to. And it didn't start on Tea Time's Live. I know Tea Time wanted to take credit for that. But we have to remember, I went to Diamond's Live first because Tea Time didn't answer Mama C's text. So no, it didn't happen on Tea Time's Live. It happened on Diamond's Live, actually. But nobody wants to remember that either.
Yeah, because I remember Barb going up there as well too, and the receipts were sent to her initially, and then it went to Tea Times Live later on in the evening time, if I remember
Yes.
properly.
Yes, that is correct. And so the reason Mad Day came, right, was because in that live, I was trying to explain everything too, right? And nobody was listening. They weren't listening to how this all started. How did it all connect? Everybody was like, we were lost, da, 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 this and the third. So I was like, they're not listening to what I'm saying. And then I don't know if it was Mama C or Niqua. They was like, well, Tea Time will be on later or whatever. Da, 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 just be like that. So I was like, I had a phone conversation. I don't know if that was after. I ended up having a phone conversation with Tea Time. And then I was like, dang, they all mad. I'm a snake. I'm this, I'm that. Da, 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 da. And I was like, I have another page, but I don't have enough followers on it to go live or whatever. Da, da, da. So then I was like, hell, I'm going to change my name. She was like, yeah, just use that name. You don't have to create a new one. You already have it. It wasn't like I was trolling or I had put anything on that page, said anything on that page or
That's what
whatever.
I thought she said. I knew
Yeah.
I didn't hear it wrong or
Yeah.
whatever because it was said it was the comment cousins and other hosts and stuff was saying like that Tea Time told you to change your name to Matt. I was like, that's not what she said.
No, that's not what I said. And that's just the thing, too, when I show receipts. That's just like the other day. Susu read the message. Y'all want to read it how y'all want to read it. It be in y'all face, and whatever y'all come up with, that's just what y'all came up with. I never said that. I said, I'm going to, be funny. I'm going to troll. Y'all say I'm mad. Y'all say I'm a snake. Let me just play into that.
Right, just like when they said when that I was the messy I am, and I'm like, y'all, that was the troll name because y'all kept saying I was messy, and I was like, so that's why I changed my name, Messy I am.
That's just.
So it was a response. The name change was a response to what people was already saying. So I get it.
And I would thought, and that's why I only said I love Susu because she's so cute. But she was like, Susu didn't used to be Susu's world. She used to be Edna.
Right.
Street King, got Braid King, got Diamond, got all these pages. Why is that so like, they say it like it's foreign, but it's just like everybody has multiple pages.
Right.
And I do content. I don't do the lives. I tried to do the live thing, the relationship thing. Everybody want to say about numbers. I don't know if you was back then or I don't remember you ever coming into my lives and stuff like that. But if it got,
Yeah, you used to do the relationship coach.
yeah, if it got more than 12 people in there, I'm shutting this motherfucker down. It was too many eyes. Even Tea Time tried to come over to my live and she brought numbers and stuff like that. And I was like, I know I can't do all the whole 1.2K in there and everybody just going and stuff like that. I can't do that. So I liked it, the little lives. We would just talk about relationships. People would tell their relationship stories. Boom. Like it was really like a chill kind of thing. So when Mad Day was created and I was being in the mess and stuff, good old time is a good old time. Mad Day is a mad day. Do you see? It goes together. My name is good old time. Let's have a good old time. Oh, let's have a mad day. It just was a play off of each other. I don't know.
So can I ask, what's next?
What's next is nothing because it's really over after this. I just wanted it to. I just wanted to tell my part. I felt like I was quiet for a long time. I was, I was just playing and stuff like that. But I was like, if y'all really want to get down to some answers, okay, I can answer some. Figured out like, oh, y'all still don't want the answers because y'all writing it down. Y'all got all these notepads, notebooks, and shit. But I guess the pens done ran out of ink because ain't nothing being written down. Ain't nothing.
Do you
being
feel like you got your story out?
I mean, for those who didn't, okay, cool. You know what I mean? It's not my job to try to.
No. I'm not talking about the who's. I'm talking about the yous. The you.
Did you
Do
hear the story?
you? Yeah, I mean, I've heard it. I was there in the
I was
midst of
there.
it.
That's what I'm saying. I was there.
I mean,
So
I was there, so I don't need to hear the story because I know what happened. But
yeah.
so I'm asking you. The reason why I said what's next. What do you feel like now the new people have heard it? They've heard your. Do you feel like they've heard your side of it and have a understanding, or do you feel like you are at a point? Excuse me, I'm sorry. Do you feel like you're now at a point where, listen, let me just go do a run through all the way through and through? Because sometimes, you know how sometimes you're not able to verbally say something, but if you write it out, you get it all out. But in my opinion, like if you were to just go live, get it all out, go in chronological order without interruption on your own, do you feel like, okay, now I'm done? Like, ugh. Because in my opinion, I do feel like there's unsaid things that you have held in or have wanted to say. And I feel like today has been one of those days. It feels like Mad Day 2.0, right? And you kind of you've been off in motherfuckers like verbally, like I ain't gonna lie, you've been kind of like like this is what I feel, this is what I think, this is how I think, this is when I see you. You get what I'm saying? It's like when a comment cousin finally get a voice, they just kind of offload, and that's kind of what today has felt like. Does that
So,
make sense?
yeah, I that completely makes sense. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I think I have a lag. Um, all that makes sense, right? We're on these lives all the time, and we hear stories, and people don't want the story to get mixed up. Like, no, it's in that wrong order. It's in that order. So yes, I wanted to come on a chiller live because I was gonna go live on myself. I never wanted y'all to think that I don't have a voice for myself. I can push the live button myself, but I don't have no boxes, right? So I wasn't gonna go live, answer it, and then we'll be right back answering the questions, right? So I wanted to go live to have a panel. I don't go live, so I can't have a panel. So I have my own voice. If I wanted what needed to be said, what needed to be said. But at the same time, people gonna listen to what they want to listen to. So I said it. I went from the beginning, and now we're here. I tied what the questions that I kept on hearing is like she keeps saying there was another video. She downed it. Keys. That's I just wanted to put connections together for the questions that had been asked and hadn't been answered. You keep saying there was another video. There was. I'm not backing down on that. I'm not saying there wasn't. Me revealing the group chat, I didn't reveal it. It wasn't like I was on live and I ran through the group chat. I didn't do that. Only person I gave the group chat to was Barb because it was Barb's daughter. Right? That's the only person I was trying to show that because Barb was really upset because she was woken up and given the story a certain way. Y'all got to remember that Barb was asleep and given the story. So when you're given the story and you hear that a man, they took out to deliver it to her. They said Keys had this in your thing. No, it was in a group chat. So when it got cleared up that it was in a group chat, oh, everybody was PD3Os. Well, what was sexually talked about? Because it was about you being a bad mom. So let me show you, because it's nothing to just show you real quick. Like, no, it wasn't even no conversation about no sexualization. But then they took that of, oh, Bella took that as I'm going to go live. You show in the group chat, show the whole thing. That's how it spiraled to other things being put out because Bella called me out on Sunday and was like, if you just going to show a piece, show all of it. Do you remember that?
I do. When she did the scroll, and that's when she got caught at.
That's when she got. No, she didn't. Barb had already knew that it was Bella. They already knew that it was Bella before this
But
live.
she did, but everybody else didn't, though.
Yes, they did. They
I don't
knew.
remember that.
They knew on Diamond's platform. On Diamond's platform, it was already out that Bella had recorded the video. Already out. Bella didn't out herself. She was scrolling through because she said, Bella was saying on that live, there's more. There's more. Because she was mad that I only gave her part of it. Let's really connect the dots, right? Bella was pissed off at that on that live, right? And the main thing she was saying was, tell all of it. If you gonna show it, show all of it. Why would Bella want me to show all of it? Because it would show that Keys played the video, but I hadn't got it yet because Frankie was stalling.
Ooh, child.
You see how it all makes sense now?
Well,
People were
it
just
does. It
listening.
does. It does. It does. You know, I guess Kim. I guess your live's gonna be the one. I mean, go from beginning to end, child. I don't know.
That's really all that I wanted. I wanted Mad Day just to get from the beginning to the end. Like she was going up and like everybody was asking, like she said, they were asking specific questions about a specific thing. No, like we want to know like from the beginning to the end. And so with that being said, like anybody can take what is said and dissect it, whatever. I just wanted to give Mad Day a platform that she was uninterrupted.